Hello friends, SchoolSteps.in welcomes you again. In this tutorial, we'll talk about handling data layer events. We already know that to listen for a data layer events, we have two options. One is the variable listener service and the other one is the data API.data listener. And we have already implemented these two in our previous tutorials. So when we talk about the variable listener service, we talk about following events. One is the on data changed. We have already discussed about it. So this one is called when the data item objects are created, changed or deleted. The second one is on message received. We have already discussed this as well in our previous tutorial. A message sent from one side of a connection triggers this callback on the other side of the connection. The next events are on peer connected and on peer disconnected. These are called when the connection with the handheld or variable is connected or disconnected. Let me show it to you practically. Open Android Studio and open the project My Data Layer Data Item. This is the project on which we worked earlier. Now open the Vir module and under the Vir module look for the service class, which is right here, My Listener Service. Open it. In this class, we have already implemented the method on data changed. Now let's override the methods on peer connected and on peer disconnected right here. Right click, go to generate, go to override methods and type on peer. You will get both on peer connected and on peer disconnected. Select both and click OK. It will override the methods. Let's put one log statement in both the methods. And right here, let's say peer is disconnected. That is it. After you install your application on the VR emulator and the cell phone device, go over this particular icon in the left bottom corner and click on Android. This will open the Logcat for you. Now if you click this drop down, you can see that both cell phone device as well as the emulator are here. You need to make sure that your emulator is selected here and the emulator logs will appear on the right hand side. Let's run our program now. Application is installed on both emulator as well as on the cell phone device. At this point in time, if you see, the cell phone is not connected to the emulator as you can see on the screen of cell phone. Let's connect it. The moment it is connected to the cell phone in the log, it will show peer is connected. Let me remove the cell phone and let me show it to you. In the logs, the first line says peer is connected. In the similar way, if we disconnect the cell phone from the emulator, let me disconnect it quickly. It will fire another event and it will say peer is disconnected. Now let's talk about the events with the listener activity. You can listen for events in an activity by implementing one or more of the following interfaces. The first one is the data API.data listener. We have already discussed the same in our previous tutorial. The second one is the message API.message listener and the third one is the node API.node listener. In the data API.data listener, we have one method that is on data changed. In the message API, we have on message received method, and in the node API, we have on peer connected and on peer disconnected. So friends, with this, we are done with the data layer events. Friends, with this, I take your leave. Thank you so much. Please like our page on facebook.com/letsandroid. If you have any query, do write us at info@schoolsteps.in or schoolstepsin@gmail.com. Thank you.